Good afternoon, traders. Hopefully, everyone's having a great day. All the three major indices are up again. Is this market ever going to go down? I don't know. But I just want to, first of all, thank everybody who listens to the show and subscribes to it. Just really makes me happy knowing that people are listening and maybe they can glean some information out of it that could help them become better traders. All right, we're going to get right into the two stocks that we had mentioned yesterday, go over some of our positions, and give you one at the end of the show. All right, let's get right to it. As you can see on the board, it's going to be BlackBerry BB. That's it. Let's go ahead and maximize this and see what it did. If you remember correctly, I did say be a buyer of BlackBerry since it was so close to the value area high after the first 30-minute candle. And if you were, you got rewarded, right? You got in right here at 485. It went as high as 507, and then it did pull back right here at that intraday SMA. But it's still above that, which is a great sign. Now, can it go all the way back down to this value area high? Probably. The probability is high that it can go back here, and then maybe even back down to the point of control. But I don't think so. I think we're now in an uptrend. So if that's the case, this is probably a good buy entry right here for you. But I think it's going to go a lot higher from here. All right. So let's just bring this up on the daily, and I'll show you why I say that. So if you bring this on the daily right here, so this is the daily with the value area histogram laid out for you. So once we broke that $5 area, here's the point of control right here, 524. And once we could get above this point of control on the yearly, I think this value area high on the yearly is also in jeopardy, and then we just go a lot higher. So you know what? This is a great risk reward if you like slowers with maybe, stocks with a little bit of a slower beta. I think you could get in this stock, not wake up one morning and it being gapped down 20%. So if you want to, rest easy at night, I think this would be a great play for someone like that who doesn't want to see much beta in their portfolio. All right, so the next stock that we did mention, and I'm in, but it was a no play. I just got a little ahead of myself and did buy the stock. Is NXTC. NXTC. I got in a little high. Being early to this game is not rewarding. It's rarely rewarding. I mean, you can get lucky, but you need to, sometimes just sit on your hands and just do the right things. I know it's hard, and so much of trading is psychology, but there was really no reason to ever get into the stock. I mean, that first 30-minute candle from yesterday. So I did get in right here at 991. It did sell off the rest of the day, and then it just kind of, didn't do much today either on low volume. It kind of drifted lower. I mean, I'm not super down on the stock. I'm down about 40 cents, if that. We are still right above this value area high, this 983 breakout. So if you're not in it, just watch that 30-minute candle again. If you see any sort of volume, this stock, if it starts getting above that 983 $10 range, it'll run for a while. Okay, so that's NXTC. Put that on your list. I have it in. I'm in NXTC let's write that down, at 991. All right. Let's go to the few stocks that we do. Well, let's go over the high flyers. Sorrento first. What did Sorrento do today? All right. So if you remember from a few days ago, I did say Sorrento looked like this. It looked like a little toppy right here, and it was a good time to take a profit. And if you did up in that, up here, I mean, it's still hanging in pretty tight. But look what's going on. It is building value above this value area high. So now, when this histogram eventually will change, which will encompass this whole area, where all this value is being generated right here. So you have to watch this very carefully, because right now this $14 range is the new value area high, or where it's going to end up becoming. So you want to buy strength. So you want to buy above that 14, or if it starts getting below this lower section of this value area, it may want to go down to this value area right here at 1242. So you just got to be real careful, manage your position, and you'll be okay. I think this is going to go much higher though. All right, so that's Sorrento. Next stock that we got shook out yesterday was TLRY, one of the marijuana plays. Now we had got in here really early on around 780, ran it up to 876. Took a profit right over here in that 825 area when it couldn't get out of its own way yesterday, and then it's just sold off the whole day. Now this looks really interesting, right? It broke through this value area high, which I thought would be some support. It busted through that early on, so then I just waited. I wanted to buy back in, and I was almost tempted to buy this because it bounced around here a few times. And I was going to just take a starter position again and see if I can catch a little gap and go tomorrow. But you know what? I'm going to wait. I didn't do anything. I'm going to see if it breaks below today's low. Maybe this point of control of 739 will be back in play. If not, watch that 30-minute candle. It gets above that value area high of 797. Maybe go long again above that. So you got a couple of different scenarios, both which should work really well for you. All right, so that's TLRY. Last is KNDI. If you remember yesterday, this one I was wrong on. I thought KNDI was going to bounce around here, and just kind of stay, maybe drift lower. It was right there at the point of control, but you know what? It was a news-driven event, right? It had 16.5 million shares traded today, so it caught the shorts off guard. And these are things you can't predict, right? So where does it go from here? Well, look, if it stays above this 20 SMA, I mean, I think this value area high is definitely in its target right here. So watch this closely tomorrow. See if it has a little more legs. See if it could take out today's high. Watch that 30-minute candle. Know your entry points, know your exit points, first 30-minute, and then play accordingly. All right, so that's KNDI. So we're going to go real quickly over the stocks that we own. ADS, we own ADS at 43.10. This was a little disappointing. It had that first 30-minute candle right here. It took it out. I thought, okay, here we go. We're going to break above this value area high. And guess what? It never did. It just stayed there. It stagnated and then sold off. I think, though, this stock, I don't think we're going to get back down to this value area or this point of control. I think we may just stay flat here tomorrow and then run, or maybe run into the close. But I think this is definitely going to be a play for next week. So watch ADS going into next week. I think it's going to be a nice runner for us. All right, ADS. PGTI, we got in at 17, if you remember. Had a great day yesterday. Looks like it's doing still really well. Looks like it's up after hours on no news. It looks like it went up to 1860. We're going to bring this on the yearly right here and maximize it right here. And look, that 1848 is right here in jeopardy. I believe once we take this out, we should see $19 and $20 in a quick time frame. All right, so that's PGTI. Next stock that we own is ABR. ABR was another one that didn't do much today. Market being up 185 points, Nasdaq up so much, it really didn't do much, right? So let's bring that up on the chart. It was only down 3 cents. It's consolidating. It had a good run after earnings, and now it's just kind of sitting there right by the point of control and that high value area right here, right? So it's bouncing around here. This is going to be really important right here. So watch that first 30-minute candle. I'm going to be out of this stock if it goes below this 30-minute candle tomorrow, but I'm hoping it takes this value, or it takes that first 30-minute candle out and I go long. If it does that, I see this going into that $11.50, $12 range pretty quickly. All right, so watch that closely. We're in ABR at 950. I'm going to add to it if it breaks 1091, and then I will sell on weakness. Okay, next stock that we did own and we sold is NET. It looks like this is down a little bit after hours. If you remember correctly, I said watch that first 30-minute candle. Put your exit right there. We knew earnings were coming out, so you didn't really want to play this for earnings. And luckily we didn't. We went ahead and just sold right here after that first 30-minute candle, and then it took it out, and luckily we did. It tried to bounce and never even got to that point where we sold, and then now after hours it is trading lower. So I am going to listen to the conference call, see what happened, and then make an assessment going forward. Maybe wait 3 days for it to base in order to buy back in, but I need to listen to what happened first. Okay, so the next stock, so that we're out of NET. We can cross NET off our list. The next stock that we own is NGVC, which does have earnings tomorrow. This was a little disconcerting. We got in really a few days ago, about 4 days ago at 14.55. Had a nice gap here. I thought this one, like ADS, was going to run right there above that value area high. It did make a little higher high right there after that first 30-minute, and I thought it was going to run, but then it just kind of sold off. the rest of the day. It probably has a lot to do with earnings being out tomorrow. So I'm going to watch that first 30-minute candle tomorrow, see what it does, and then act accordingly. Again, if I do not want to hold this for earnings, but I will play it if it stays that first 30-minute candle. If it takes that out, I'm going to stay long until the trend changes, but I'll be sure to be out of NGVC before the market closes tomorrow. All right, guys. What else did we have? That's KNDI we did, TLRY, Sorrento, NGVC. Okay, so I'm going to give you the last stock that came up on my list today, and that was AVCT. So AVCT had incredible volume today. Now, if you're looking to play the stock, misspelled it, AVCT. There we go. Let's try one more time, AVCT. All right, so look, this was a news-driven event. A lot of shorts in this stock. It ran up all the way to 14.20 in pre-market trading, and it just pretty much slowly sold off the whole day. Never really got back above this 20 SMA, that intraday 20 SMA that I like to play above. But look at it. It's right there at that value area low, and it's right near that point of control. You know, this might be, if you want to scalp this for 50 cents, I think you could get in on some strength. Take a look at that first 30-minute candle. You're going to have to be quick with this one, but a lot of volume traded on this. So if you are interested, if this is your style of stock to play, it did 51 million shares. That's quite a few. But this is a little disconcerting, this long red candle on the daily. So, you know, it's something to think about. If I'm going to have it on my watch list, I'm going to go through the news events, what triggered this huge spike, and see if this might be a pullback situation. I'll have it on my radar, and maybe we'll play this at a better time. All right, everyone. I want to thank everyone again for joining me. I enjoy doing this show. If you ever want to reach me, you can reach me at eric@valueareatrader.com. That's eric@valueareatrader.com. Again, thank you, and remember, trade smart and be safe. All right, have a great night.